General Motors said 400 cubic inches was the limit. Oldsmobile built a 455 anyway. In the mid 1960s, General Motors capped its intermediate cars at 400 cubic inches. The idea was to stop its own divisions starting a horsepower war and to keep insurers and regulators off the corporate doorstep. It worked. Pontiac, Chevrolet, Buick, and Oldsmobile all built their midsize muscle around the 400. Welcome back to Big Block Radio. Oldsmobile wanted that engine in the 442, and the rulebook said no. The answer came from outside the assembly line. George Hurst, whose shifters and jaws of life had made his name a performance byword, partnered with Oldsmobile to build a limited run away from the main plant. Demmer Engineering in Lansing pulled completed 442 hardtops and installed the 455 by hand. Because an outside firm finished the cars, they slipped past the corporate cap without breaking it. That is the whole trick. Nobody broke the rule. They moved where the car was finished, and General Motors quietly allowed it. The first Hurst Olds arrived for 1968 in Peruvian silver with black accents. Under a fiberglass hood sat the 455 Rocket V8 with force air induction, 390 horsepower, and 500 pound-feet of torque. Everyone used the Turbo Hydra-matic 400 automatic and the Hurst dual-gate shifter. Oldsmobile built 515 for the year, split between pillared sports coupes and hardtops. The torque figure is the number that matters. 500 pound-feet, built to leave a stoplight hard and never feel strained. For 1969, it got the paint that made it famous. Cameo white with Firefrost gold stripes, twin hood scoops feeding the Force Air 455, and a rear deck spoiler. The order code was W46. The rating settled at 380 horsepower with torque unchanged. Production nearly doubled to 906 cars. The dual gate was nicknamed his and hers. One gate worked like a normal automatic. The other allowed firm manual control of each gear without overshifting into neutral or reverse. That is why this car feels engineered rather than merely fast. It was grown-up hardware, and it fit Oldsmobile exactly. General Motors lifted the 400 cap for 1970, and the loophole closed. The 442 now came with the 455 straight off the line. There was no rule left to beat. So it came back for 1972. It paced the Indianapolis 500. The first Hearst-badged car ever given that honor. Oldsmobile built roughly 600 of them in coupe and convertible form. The Hurst Olds lives and dies by its paperwork. Build records and date-coded parts matter enormously. A tribute built from a standard 442 can look convincing. A fresh restoration with no paper trail is a question. Buy the documents before you buy the car. That is the lesson the Hurst Olds still teaches. See you next time.